it's not that bad. I'm actually way more impressed than I was with watching their custom gameplay trailer, dude. You know, just raw footage proved me that the game actually might end up really good, dude. I was thinking that servers are gonna be just like Scum or Rust or Ark. That's not the case in this game. It is not server locked, which is great. The reason why I dislike Rust-like server selections is because of the stream snipers. You cannot stream these types of the games. You're gonna build 1 week of the progression on one server, and then one retard is gonna figure out on what server you're playing and he's gonna ruin your progression. I was thinking that Grey Zone is gonna be like that also. It is not. You're pretty much selecting the servers just like in Tarkov, which is great. When you join on the server, you spawn in the lobby, in the save zone, let's say. And in this save zone, you have like vendors that you can like gear up. You can call the helicopter, you can jump on the helicopter, and then there are like 3 or 4 maps. It pretty much feels like persistent. You join on the server, you are in the save zone, you gear up, you decide, okay, dear helicopter guy, bring me there. He brings you there, he leaves you there, you do your missions, and then you call the extraction, go back to the save zone, and so on, right? You can leave the server and reset it, I guess, if you do not like the people that you are playing with, which is great. There is also PvP, VE, and PvE. There are like 2 different progression selects. Now, I do not know if the progression is gonna carry over. Can you grind the gear in PvE and then use that gear in PvP or not? Not sure. So far as what I have seen, there is not too many weapons, not too many items in general. It feels pretty basic when you are talking about the diversity of the weapon modifications, of the weapons in general, on the AI, on the gear that you can loot on the map, right? It's pretty basic, and it does not feel like Tarkov, where you enter in one house and you can find like 50 items in one house. It is not like that. The thing is that there is a bunch of features that are already in the game, right? They have the full weapon modification, just like in Tarkov. You open the weapon inspect, you can see like every single part of the gun, right? Some of them are locked that you cannot swap in the raid, some of them you can, right? Which is pretty cool. The extractions, when you are going out, you have to call the extraction. Helicopter is gonna land in the middle of the open field. You have to approach it. You have to sit on the side of the helicopter, and then helicopter goes up and leaves. There is no cover at all whatsoever. I'm a little bit afraid how will that turn out and feel in a PvE environment. I think there's gonna be even more extraction campers in this game than in Tarkov. Just because how easy it will be to kill people on the extractions, right? And it is not like you're extracting in the random alley on the edge of the map. You call in the extraction, everyone on the map will hear a helicopter approaching, which means that people will be alerted when somebody is trying to extract, right? It will probably force PvP, which is great. There is nothing better than intense extractions. Although with a certain approach, what I have seen so far, it is gonna be cancer. When people figure out the meta, when people figure out timing, they will have to change it. I'm assuming a bunch of cover around the extractions would be the best bet. You know, bunch of watchtowers, so people that are extracting have higher grounds with figuring out from where people will be approaching and flanking, things like that, you know. World in general, it looks great. It looks as good as it can get because guess what? Unreal Engine, motherfucker. I like the setting, you know, setting with this approach, it's really easy to build the game to run optimized. If you can cover a lot of things with the vegetation, it's easy for you to like load and unload things that you need. The lighting, it's really well lit. I don't think that there is a dynamic day-night cycle. So far, the only thing that I did see is like middle of a day, partially cloudy weather. Interiors are really well lit with indirect light bounces, I guess. Or maybe they even baked it. Maybe it's even baked in, I do not know. But all of the interiors are nicely lit, and you will not have problems with like corner campings inside of the houses because you did not have the flashlight on. Although, the thing that I dislike completely about the world design is fucking foliage, dude. It's foliage. Right now, when people that are playing the game are in their honeymoon, it's great. It's 10 out of 10. It's the best game ever. Just give them some time to adapt. The game is gonna end up in even worse bushwalking situation than Tarkov is right now. The meta of this game is going to be bushwalking with the suppressors. It's so easy to, like, look how dense everything is. It's so easy to disengage, to backpedal and reposition into the another bush. And then again, shoot and backpedal, reposition in the another bush. It's crazy. Audio is great, audio is good, but you'll hear the footsteps of the guy right next to you, like when he's really close to you. So it is gonna be really hard for you to track other players that will be bushwalking, and trust me, like meta is gonna evolve around the bushwalking, dude. So what I think that these devs should do is add some kind of restrictions with the foliage. For example, there should be maybe some kind of like, the deeper you are moving in the bush, slower and slower your movement is, up to the point where you're like barely moving. Or maybe adding some kind of animations where the guy is trying to like enter inside of the bush, where your whole body is really wobbly. Something like that. As far as I have seen, there is plenty of room where you can walk, where you do not have to touch foliage at all. So yeah, if there is one game that needs to have some mechanic done and added in a game in regards to the foliage, it's Gray Zone, definitely. They have to add some kind of a mechanic where people cannot like zoom in and zoom out of the bushes. I think this is gonna be like extremely cancerous PvP situation. Combat is as close to Tarkov as it can get. When we are talking about the feeling, right? There is a bunch of different negative effects on your body, even more than in Tarkov, which is cool. I don't know, I like it. And also animations for everything. And for the healing and for the consumables, they look really well done, dude. The only thing that does not have the animation is magazine filling. It is pretty much as instant as old Tarkov. You know, you just drag and drop the ammo, it's instantly refilled. And UI, about the UI is really clean. Important things are getting the attention immediately. I do not know how many missions there is in the game, but missions feel really cool. Where, you know, you need to find the crashed heli and investigate the area and find the lost floppy disk. Just like in Tarkov. Although, just like in Tarkov, I do not like how hard it is to find certain quests. Like you're gonna have to find the hangar, the storage. That storage will not be marked on the map. You just have to figure out where it is on your own. Which means we can expect 200 Pestilence videos about locations of hidden USB sticks in this game. I do not like this approach. They already have the map in the game that you can ping, that you can mark, that you can call in extractions and whatnot. I just do not know why they did not went with the route where they literally just mark the location on the map. Maybe that will be added in the game later on, I do not know. But yeah, so far the game looks way better than I was expecting. And I cannot wait to try it out, to play it by myself, dude. I think those are my first impressions, dude. It looks extremely promising, and I'm extremely glad that there is more and more extraction-based looter shooters, because somebody needs to take incompetent battle state down, dude. Somebody needs to do it, dude. And we all must appreciate and respect and support every fucking extraction-based looter shooter that comes out, dude. Because fuck Tarkov.